Hello, welcome to Lord Havoc's Marvel Champions custom content stream extravaganza. Hope you're doing well on this Easter Sunday. Hopefully you didn't have too much Easter chocolate, if that's your thing. If you like your Easter eggs, try not to overdo it. I of course only say that because I'm jealous because I'm not allowed to have any, but it is what it is. If that's not your thing and you're instead going through one of the other observances around this time of the year, then I hope you're doing well with that as well. Continuing the look at the nominations for sealing by the custom community. What do we got here? Lost my place. Where is it? Yeah, so there's a whole bunch of nominations for this round of being, sealed, and so I thought I'd take a look at them. Most of them are ones that I haven't played before, so it's a good opportunity to check out, and also sort of just leave some comments on what I think might need to be done in order to sort of tighten them up a bit and give them a better chance of actually being sealed by the community. I mean, there's certain rules that you have to follow, so at the very least we can cover those. So for this episode we're going to be looking at the villain scenario Megatron by Yami Carrick. Yami Carrick, obviously a big Transformers fan. Their entire mod is all about Transformers, and they've done a whole bunch of stuff: custom heroes, Transformer heroes, Megatron scenario, a bunch of aspect cards based on the Transformers and stuff like that, which is awesome. Can't complain about that. And thankfully, the artwork they've used here is for Legacy Transformers, which is the real Transformers. Let's be honest here. I'm a kid of the '80s, so the real Transformers, G1, I think they're referred to as well. Generation 1. Very excited about this one. I'm very glad that I checked the Discord before I streamed today, because there was an update. The version that I had busted cards. All the side schemes had the wrong backs and just didn't work as side schemes. They were unusable, so I couldn't use it. I was very upset. I was like, well, this is a bit of a shame. Like, I now can't use it at all, which is a bit of a bummer. But there was an update overnight where someone's given them some advice. I think it might even have been Coghagen. I can never pronounce it. One day I'll find out how to actually pronounce it. So, no, it was. Let's have a look. Who was it? It was Blast. Good old Blast. Very helpful person. Has helped me a lot with various stuff over my time. So basically pointed out the fact that the side schemes were broken and how best to use them. So Yami went through and fixed them up, which I'm very glad about. Before we start, I've got these set out here. These are the modules that go into the deck. So you have, it's meant to have Megatron. It says Megatron 1, 2, and 3, but it's actually A1, A2, and A3. That needs to be fixed. I need to fix that, because it's not 1, 2, and 3. It's A1, A2. And the reason it's A1 and A2 is because they're double-sided. Right? So the A1, B1 business is fine, but this is not. It also says instead Megatron and standard encounter sets, and then 2 modular encounter sets, Seekers and Coneheads. And Seeker and Coneheads are the planes, the Decepticon planes. Now the problem we've got here though is that Seekers is fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But Coneheads is not. It's mislabeled. Coneheads 1, 2, 3. And then it goes Seekers 4, Seekers 5, Seekers 6. Despite the fact that the cards themselves say Conehead. So they're very clearly meant to say Conehead, those ones there. So that'll need to be fixed too. Now that I've shown you that, I'll put them all into the deck. And give it a shuffle. Now, I'm playing Spidey, of course. That doesn't need to be said, does it? It's always I always think it's important to play an official hero against a custom villain, and vice versa. A custom hero versus an official scenario. So of course that means I'm using Spidey. I was actually going to use Spider. Because that would be the closest equivalent to sort of a transformer that I could think of. But I've only ever played her once ever, and it was like ages ago when she very first came out, and I wasn't really a fan, and I was just worried that I might not be able to do her properly. So I didn't want to embarrass myself. So the next obvious choices would be, or the most closest equivalent would be Iron Man and War Machine, but I just don't like those heroes. So it's back to my beloved Spidey. It is what it is. I'm playing Black Cat Voltron, so at least Voltron, Transformers. It's tenuous. Don't get me wrong. I accept it's tenuous, but it is what it is. It's my stream. Bloody hell, I'm gonna do what I want. So then we go advance to 1B, Heavy Metal War. This is just great artwork. This artwork is just magnificent. Look at this picture. Brilliant. Megatron looks kick-ass as well. Very cool. Main scheme, forced response. After Megatron changes form, place one threat here, limit once per round. If this scheme is completed, the players should say loose. I say that very often, and it infuriates me every time. You don't loose the game, you lose the game. Anyway, so start on 1, go up by 1, and you need 12 to die. So it's a nice tight scheme. Megatron, so I can only assume that means there's a whole bunch of Megatron shenanigans with flipping. So 2-2 starts off pretty strong for a level 1. Steady, wowza. It's pretty good. And after Megatron schemes, if that scheme is placed at least 4 threat on the main scheme, flip Megatron to tank mode. Wait, I just need to look something up. Steady is the one where you need 2 in order for it to happen, right? Yeah. Right, so steady means you have to have 2, yeah. Stalwart's the one where you just can't be stunned or confused at all, right? After Megatron schemes, if that scheme placed at least 4 threat on the main scheme, flip Megatron to tank mode. Tank mode? No. Ah, boo! Why is it not giant gun mode? Wait, this is gun version. It's not tank version. It's the gun version. I'm sure of it. No? Maybe it's not. I'm sure it is. Because I can never understand why his sights become a weapon. And there's the gun bit. Absolutely positive this picture is not the tank version. Ah, boo. It always made me laugh with the comics. Like, he transforms into a gun when he already has a gun. And then Starscream uses him as a gun when Starscream already has guns. It made no sense. I mean, it was much better implemented with Shockwave. Who transformed into like a laser cannon type thing, like a laser turret thing, and looked badass. It made no sense at all, but anyway. Megatron, tank mode, steady still. When Megatron flips to this form, deal 1 damage to each identity. I should probably say each identity in play, maybe? Force response, after Megatron attacks, and why? Oh, I guess because he's got 2 guns. Oh, that may make sense. After Megatron attacks, if that attack deals at least 4 damage to a character, flip Megatron to robot mode. Oh, I like that. That's cool. Wait, he's less smart when he's in tank mode? Okay. I like that. That's cool. There's the deck. You've already seen me shuffle it. You don't need to see me shuffle it again. And then Spidey. We already know how he works. Yeah, and we already know that there's a whole bunch of planes in there, and I expect there's also some other shenanigans as well. So let's do it. 6 cards. I'm not going to mulligan for Black Cat. Last game I played, Black Cat didn't come out until like the last 10 minutes of the game, and I was still kicking a lot of butt. So I'm just not going to bother mulligan for her anymore. Just can't be bothered. If she gets out, cool. If she doesn't, meh. So sidearm is going to pay for web shooter. No, it's not. Peter's going to pay for web shooter. And I'm going to flip and then make the call. Spider Tracer, symbiote suit, and sidearm are all going to pay for webbed up. Sorry, Megatron. And then Peter's going to hit him for 2. Reset and 5 cards. Oh, well, there you go. If I'd mulligan forward, I would have gotten Black Cat anyway. Alright. Threat goes up, goes to attack, cannot. Webbed up stops him. He gets stunned. I don't get a free card because the attack never actually initiated. Counter card is, come on, Starscream. Ah, poo. Schemes for 2 plus 2 is 4. So 2, 3, 4. So does that mean he does flip, right? If that scheme placed at least 4/3 on the main scheme, flip to tank mode. Okie dokie. Wait, he's not stunned. 1 additional. He needs 1 additional, so he's not actually stunned. So webbed up still stopped the attack. That's straight up. There's nothing wrong with that. But his next attack, he won't actually be stunned. I'm going to put this up here then. When Megatron flips to this form, deal 1 damage to each identity. Ooh. So yeah, I got cocky. I got cocky for no reason. My turn. Plan B and web shooters is going to pay for Maria. It's going to give me a card. Sweet. Aunt May and Honorary Avenger are going to pay for Black Cat, who does her thing. Nope. Oh no, losing that's pretty bad. Nope. Oh my god. Black Cat, seriously. Seriously, man. I'm going to give her Honorary Avenger. Marie's going to thwart for 2. Black Cat's going to attack for 1. Spidey's going to attack for 2. Bummer. And 5. Oh, losing team training. That was painful. That was painful. Alright, I got a backflip. That's good. Yep, go with that. Oh, why couldn't it have been... Oh, man. Alright, threat. He goes to attack, and he will, because he's not stunned, because he has steady. So I get a free card. And then... after he attacks, if that attack deals at least 4 damage to a character, flip Megatron to robot mode. I'm going to move this out of the way for a second. So I think it just gets a bit confusing every time he flips. What is the benefit? Yeah. See, there doesn't really seem to be any real benefit to the flipping, right? So if I do 4 points of damage, which is what you want to do, then so what? I flip to Megatron, which means I can scheme one more, but I may not scheme. I may just attack. You only need 12 to lose. But yeah, I'm a bit unsure about what. Would it not make more sense for it to be 2-1 on this side and then 1-2 on this side? Maybe. It doesn't. See, I like when you flip to tank mode, he immediately shoots you. Love it. You do 4 points of damage and you get penalized in a way and go back to robot mode. And there's no penalize. In stage, maybe in expert, it would be. Wait. So the version 2 of him is essentially just one more powerful. After Megatron schemes, if that scheme plays at least 5 through the flip Megatron. So I would actually do the reverse. 1A is A1. If you put 4 threat, you flip to tank mode. If you put 5 threat, you flip to tap mode. But you want to be in this mode. You want to be in robot mode, so that it schemes out and you win. He's not going to win by a combat. It's just not going to happen. This is how he's going to win. So I would make this 3 threat. Actually go down 1, not go up 1. And so if he adds at least 3 tank, immediately damage everybody, then go back down. And I would have a detriment to flipping, to keep flipping stuff. So when he starts on this side, I assume he starts on this side, but then when he flips, have a flip effect, force response. When he flips, add one to the scheme. Add 1 threat to the main scheme, just 1. Even that would be scary. I mean, if that had happened, I would have been halfway there. Anyway, he's in tank mode. He attacks. I had my free card already. What was it? It was a resource. I'm not going to defend. I'm just going to backflip. So he's doing 2 plus 1, so 3. And thrust is boost ability. If the villain is attacking, this attack gains piercing. Oh, it doesn't matter, it's a backflip. But anyway, cool picture. One thing I will... Well, the scheme's not working right. It's upside down. The artwork is just top notch. That looks beautiful. The artwork is excellent. Anyway, I backflipped out of that. Encounter card is... Oh, no. No. Can't have that. Use the web shooter to enhance spider sets. I just can't be bothered. Shadow of the Blasting. Just can't be bothered. See you later. My turn. Genius will pay for rapid response. And Peter will attack for 2 and then flip. And his resource will pay for Inspired onto Black Cat. Maria Hill will thwart for 2 and die. Rapid response will immediately come back into play. Immediately bring her back in. which means I draw another card, and she'll thwart for 2 immediately again. Boom. And die. Because Rapid Response, you come into play with one damage, so she already had a damage, and then she immediately thwarted, gave me a free card, and then died again. Straight up. Black Cat will hit for 2. And then I'll use Get Ready to ready her and do it again. Alright. I'm left with a resource. Peter's in wreck mode. I get 5 cards because I have a card in my hand. And Blink, Threat. Megatron will scheme. 1 plus 3. Ooh, vicious. Seeker Armada. See, another awesome picture. The art used on this is just amazing. Yeah, Seeker Armada. Seeker minions get +1 attack. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Anyway, schemes for 4. That's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice work. And then encounter card is Gan Up, Alter Ego, Card Surges. Next card is Such Heroic Nonsense. Oh, love it. Old School Megatron. When revealed, discard the ally you control with the lowest cost. Oh my god, no. No! Oh, I can't believe it. The one thing that screws this deck up. Oh, no. I should have shut her with a bastard. I should have just let that happen and get that card. Oh, well, she's gone. Screw you, Megatron. You bastard. Alright, my turn. I've got 3 sweaty web kicks. You know what I'm about to do, right? Like, it's very obvious what I'm about to do. Peter's going to pay for the other web shooter to come out. And then flip to Spidey mode because I can't use them with the hero response. I can't use them in Alter Ego mode. So we'll flip to Peter mode. And yeah, I'm going to swing web kick him. Use this web shooter and strength for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, blah blah blah. He gets knocked into stage 2. Goes back up to 18. Oh, check this out. Check out what I've discovered. If I go over here, check this out. I don't know if this is new or not, but I've mentioned in a few videos how it's like, you know, if you're playing two-handed, for example, you've got to go up to like 40 hit points. Clicking 40 times is a pain in the butt. Plus it makes this annoying noise, right? But if I go over here, I can just type whatever I want. Thank you, Hitch. This is the greatest mod ever made, I swear to God. 18 life. Boom. He resets. Nothing triggers because he goes to the next stage. He keeps the stunned because he's steady. Nothing happens unless he gets another stun. So I'm just going to hit him again. Oh, I forgot to spend the actual spinning web kick. Cheating. I'm going to do it again. Web shooter plus energy plus a swinging web kick for 8. And then Peter's going to hit him for 2. You know why? Because I can. And reset. Get 4 cards. And that's pretty much all she wrote. Threat. He attacks. Because he attacks, I get a free card. Backflip. No, it isn't. So he attacks for 3 plus 2. So 5. Oh, I forgot to defend. Because I had no backflips. So 3 plus 2, so I get 2. And then we get an encounter card, and it is... Ooh, it's a Sasuke. Exciting. Gladiator Pits. Back on Cybertron. Megatronus. Back on Cybertron, Megatronus became Megatron, conquering the Gladiator Pits of Kaon. So that's like the origin of Megatron. When revealed, choose a friendly character. That character deals damage to Megatron equal to their attack. Megatron deals damage to that character equal to his attack. That's cool. And has an amplified token. So 2 threat. Choose a friendly character. The character deals damage to Megatron equal to his attack. Well, the only friendly character I've got is Peter. So he does 2. Megatron deals damage to that character equal to his attack. 3. Brutal. It's like a Rocky Punch Out. Love it. That's it. My turn. That's game over. 1, 2, 3. Swanee Web Kick. To 0. Alright, so notes. Yeah. First off, let's start off with the positives. The artwork is amazing. I would highly recommend not using the default color scheme. So the templates that they've used uses these are the colors for the template, right? So Yemi hasn't changed the colors of the actual template stuff. I recommend doing that, not because I don't like these colors. It's just that these colors don't really match Megatron. I'd be throwing some purple in there for the Decepticon logo, some grey. Personally, I would use light grey, dark grey, and purple. That's how I would do. But the actual art on the cards themselves is just bloody awesome. I mean, look at this dude. It's a little blurry, which is a shame. But I mean, that just looks sick. Awesome. I mean, it's just everyone I've seen is just awesome. This one especially. This is my favorite one so far. Out of the ones that I got to see, this is my favorite one. That just looks mad. Yeah, so I just think it's let down a little bit by using the default color scheme. The idea of the flipping from the different modes, awesome. Very thematic. What else? That's about it, really. So I think thematically it's very cool that the minions are the planes, that they come in and stuff. I just didn't really get much of a chance to see them, which is a shame. But yeah. Alright, so the negatives, for want of a better word. Yeah, we need to fix. So at very first thing that needs to happen in order to be sealed, we need to fix the grammar and card titles. So it's not loose, it's lose. That should be number 1. And number 2, the Starscream. Insight 2, Quick Strike, perfect. Placed, yep. Great. The cone heads that have the wrong. So this one, for example. There you go. Here's a perfect example, right? So it's not a secret card. It's a cone head card. So fix that. That should be the next one. Should be the next thing that's fixed. And this is not necessarily something that needs to be fixed. I mean, this may be how it's intended, and Let me just grab the expert one. Here we go. So let's go all three. So the idea, as far as I can tell, from the limited stuff that I saw, it really is about threading out, which is interesting considering he's, I mean, he is the leader, right? He's the leader for a reason. He's been proven the leader, to the one to lead the team, the Decepticons, so often, and it's because he has such an equal balance of intelligence and physical ability, right? Like he fights Optimus to a standstill almost every time, right? So I think that works out quite well. The flipping mechanic I really like as well. And even though I did have a bit of a sook about it, I do agree that the tank is the better choice. The gun never made any sense. Let's be honest. I'm a Transformers fan. The gun was dumb. The tank makes way more sense. And thank you for not using Galvatron and sticking with Megatron. Appreciate that. Yeah, so although the argument could be said that A3 could be Galvatron, like he upgrades, that'd be pretty sick. Yeah, so the way I see it, and I could be 100% wrong. I would appreciate Yemi sort of letting me know, but it looks to me that the whole idea is to scheme out. I mean, you only need 12. You start with 1. Oh, I didn't do this. After Megatron changes form, place 1 threat here. I changed from Thino to tank, so there should be on 8. See what I'm saying? So that really should have been on 8, and I was only 4 off losing. So my suggestion, like I said, this is not a negative. This is just my suggestion. I would have it so that it's 2-1, and then 1-2. And have a negative effect for when it flips back. Because you have a negative when it flips to this. The deal 1 damage thing makes perfect sense. Comes out guns blazing. The picture even proves it. And then after he makes an attack, he goes back to Megatron and starts his scheming again. It's perfect. I love it. The mechanic of this I like a lot. But I would then have a force response on this side, and I would, like I said, I would make it. He just immediately adds 1. Make it, insight 1. He immediately puts a threat on the scheme. Just 1 threat, not 1 per person, just 1. And then you would be scared of him flipping. Once I got into tank mode, there was no way I was letting him go back to Megatron. I mean, especially not as Spidey. Less defensive heroes maybe might have been a bit worried, but I can defend or backflip. Yeah, anyway, that would be my thing. 2-1, 1-2, and then follow suit on these ones, obviously, making them go up a little bit more. The fact that it changes from city to stalwart, very cool. And that's really the only other thing I would say. It's just it should have an effect to when it flips back to here. That's my opinion. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've got. And the schemes need to be fixed. They're back to the front. So if I draw it, this is just a TTS thing. I mean, it makes no difference for real life. But in TTS, if I draw that off the top and then flip it and put it on here, it should automatically orientate itself to the other way. And so you do that by having the card the other way. The boost icons. I know it's counterintuitive. I found it a bit weird myself, but the boost icon should be at the top, so it should be orientated around the other way, and then it'll just immediately just orientate itself properly. Like I said, just a TTS thing. Cool. All right. So that's Megatron. My next video will be looking at Rec Rap. I'm very excited. I read some Rec Rap comics, and yeah, very excited for this one. He looks a lot of fun. But yeah, Megatron, I recommend it. It's not seal worthy at the moment. It needs to have those things fixed up, and then once that's done, then yeah, maybe it needs then it's sort of a deeper dive into the cards. Oh, Instrument of Destruction, brilliant. So the theme of this is A1. I don't mean, no pun intended. It's the theme is on point, no doubt about it. There's sound wave. Toughness. Whenever threat is placed on the threat, heal 2 from the villain. Whenever threat is placed on the main scheme, heal 2 from the villain. Oh, does that count this? Okay, so that needs to be clarified. There's another thing. Whenever threat is placed on the main scheme, heal 2 from the villain. That means every villain phase, he's healing 2 while Soundwave is out, and he's 6. It needs to be clarified. If that's your intention, then okay, but that's ridiculously tough. I would at the very least then make him an elite or something. I'll destroy you all. Thundercracker. Tell you a funny story from my childhood. For Christmas, growing up, we were very poor, very poor, and so Christmas is a big deal because my mother would essentially save all year, and so for Christmas we had one present each, and I said I want Starscream, who was my favourite Transformer. I don't know why. And when I unwrapped my present, it was Thundercracker, and I was like, and you know what kids are like. Kids can be bastards sometimes, and I was like, what the hell is this? It's the wrong one. And my poor mother, she was very upset, and yeah, I look back in shame. But you know what kids are like. They can be assholes. But anyway, and my brother got Skywarp, and he wanted Jazz. But what can you do? She did her best. Yeah, it was a very dodgy thing to do. Anyway, so there's the only other thing I got. Soundwave. Oh, so the cassettes aren't in there. That's a shame. That would have been cool. But theme-wise, amazing. Artwork-wise, amazing. Just needs some cleanup for it to be in the contenders. That's it for Transformers. Thank you very much, or for Megatron. I might look at some other Transformer stuff at another time. Thanks for watching. As always, like I said, the next episode will be Wreck Rap. Looking forward to it. Thanks. Bye.